World Card Game Federation here with another local match. I'm going to be, of course, doing this with my good friend James, who is a good sport to play quite a few matches that particular day. To go ahead and get this out in the open right away, because so help me, it's probably wiser to just own up to that I am a thief. This particular blue protective Goku design was actually a friend, I want to say an associate of Josh on the Retro DBZ page. His friend had posted a deck, and I was like, that looks ripe for the stealing. So I do declare combat, by the way. I do win the roll. I open up my first action here. I did use my Goku power of entering and drawing a card. I do open up with Goku's Kaioken, destroy the top 3 cards in my life deck, and go ahead and immediately advance a level. This is a super good idea because, of course, it's going to give me the chance to go ahead and move up to my level 2 and use that power in this combat, and I didn't waste it because I did use my Goku level 1 power entering that combat. Okay, James has an action. He did resolve, of course, with Crying Drill for the Orange Retribution Mastery. He activates the effect.
Oh my gosh, what's his hit effect?
Oh, I'm sorry, he actually throws Goten's physical attack. This is the one that would automatically raise him and raise anger 1 level, so it's kind of rough.
You forgot about it, didn't you?
This is the deck slogan.
It's so sad.
I guess I have to take the hit.
Okay, apparently I went in this with no blocks, not the wisest thing I ever did. I took a couple of power stages of damage there. It was pretty rough. Yeah, I throw my level 1 Goku power. I go ahead and grab Blue Head Knock, a devastating move here for an early game plan. You can tell from my hand I'm ready for most things. I have a lot of anti-anger stuff. And so James passes again. I do throw a wall breaker on him. Looks like James has, for the most part, a mostly dead hand. Okay, so I'm going to be throwing probably a D to C at this point. Yeah, D to C.
So base is 2.
Oh no, so I'm in B.
Oh, B.
Oh, he's actually in B. Like damn apples. I tell you what, the maths are almost like cheating, having that attack table there all the time. Okay, he's going to go ahead and take the power stages hit from that one, and he can no longer raise his anger. And I think I'm getting John Milner at one of the regional flashbacks here with thinking about, getting early game wall breakered and it basically derailing all his plans. James is not happy. He has been early game wall breakered. Okay, he does go ahead and gain stages with the effect of Crying Drill. He shuffles in, of course, after gaining his stages.
No, it's when he levels.
Oh, I thought the hit effect was to block.
No, you mean...
This is how little I knew about Goten at the time.
I thought that was life deck or
No.
Oh, okay. That's very reasonable.
Yeah, it's very, very reasonable.
It means early game is not going to get abused. Camping level doesn't...
Yeah, we're just talking about how, of course, the Goten level 1 here was actually a pretty good idea, pretty good build.
Realizing it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is his action, and I still have what I believe is a handful.
That's kind of my mistake, too. You said... that was my action.
Okay, so that was James' action.
I really should have...
Looks like it. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and throw a blue head knock and lower his anger to 0, obviously. Set his anger to 0. And that would be a 5 life card scenario. Not bad, not bad. He runs into substantial endurance. His physical attack doing not a whole lot. And visiting the Times Warriors tool falls into the discard pile. Okay, James masteries. He's going to go ahead and make sure, in case he has an energy attack, at least there's one tiny benefit. He has activated the mastery. It gains him no anger due to the wall breaker. And apparently, I'm out of gas in this fight, so I'm going to go ahead and pass. Oh, he does throw an energy attack at me. Oh, and I do stop it with the mastery's discarding effect. He raises anger none. I had no anger at the time, so I have 1 anger net after the whole thing is over. That particular combat is over. Mostly effective. I attacked a lot of stuff. Hit him surprisingly hard. Pushed out some early game stuff. Yeah, James gets a good hand, I would guess, for being passive, being able to block. He puts Captivity Drill into play, which is amazingly helpful. This particular build, by the way, is not perfectly tweaked for Goten. So obviously he's going to go ahead and pass Rejuvenate Furious Assault, and that's an excellent card, but I wonder what he held on to if he's putting away Furious Assault. Okay, he goes back over to me. and I draw my 3 cards. I'm going to go ahead and power up Goku for his power-up step, and I'm probably going to go into combat. Oh, yeah, we're talking about the giant novelty dice. Sometimes with so many on the field, it's a little tricky. Okay, I do declare combat with nearly all of my power stages, a good-sized hand, ability to draw and discard if I should so wish. Okay, I open up Rejuvenate. Oh, and I got Bulma off the bottom, so she wasn't a dead draw for my Goku power. Ooh, blue decap sits in the discard pile for Goku's bottom card drawing capability. Unbelievable. Oh, gosh. Okay, so I threw blue arrest at him, which should do 4 life cards total if he doesn't stop it. So James here is going to have a hard position. On his level 1, it's harder for him to pump out damage and try to get good old wall breaker off of himself. It's a rough one.
Said 3 life, 4 life, 4.
Okay, 4 life, thug life. Oh boy, we are incorrigible. Okay, he takes it with 3 life cards of damage total with a smidge of endurance. On the hit, I am allowed to go ahead and pull out a ally from my life deck on the hit from blue arrest. I have the option to pull out Bulma. I can pull out lots of different options here. I think I ultimately go with Bulma, and I end up sucking up his Time as a Warriors tool up with her power and holding on to it basically for the rest of the game. Yeah, let's see what did I end up going with here. And voila! She's in play. I got myself an extra block, so it's really good. Fantastic. Let me go and shuffle my deck. Achieving significant randomization. Offer James to cut. Oh yeah, we're talking about a slight restructuring about how where it says hero ally and all that stuff. It actually says hero. Heroes only in the card's effect box. Definitely a better way to use the real estate by moving that along. James action. Let's see what he's got going for us. James has a lot of different options here. He's got to work pretty hard. Trying to figure some way to get away from captivity drill.
Probably way higher than me, and it doesn't matter.
Okay, we're checking my power stages. My guess is he's trying to figure, can he pour out enough damage? Alright, throws out. Wow. I remember 1 times 1, double of 1 is just 1. So I'm taking 1 power stage of damage from good old shoulder slam, lower my itty bitty 1 anger. Okay, and then of course, she's not a defense shield. I do activate Goku's power and I pull out blue decap, basically to loop on people and do bad things to their faces.
The hit is search your discard. You got anything in the discard?
I mean, I do have a drill.
Okay, which one is it?
What's your favorite one? No.
Oh, examination? Still not a bad card.
If I play it, kills your ally.
What? Let me see.
Oh, he's got some ally killers built up in the discard pile. When that drill comes into play, it looks like it kills some allies.
I guess I'll stop it.
Okay, so I do stop it because of the hit effect.
I'll go ahead and...
Goes back over to me, and let's see what I got going on here. Okay, I lower his anger 1 level with blue slashed, and I do hit him for the full thing. Oh, he does stop it, and his next energy attack costs 0 power stages.
You know what? I'm sick of this battle.
Oh, he pays no power stages for the blinding energy move, and he's going to go ahead and fire it off. I don't blame him. I'd want to get out of that combat. Okay, I will discard a physical combat card with the mastery in order to block his energy attack. The combat is over, and if my aggressive posture is going to come back to haunt me, I do discard down. I got rid of the giant energy attack from Awakening. I forget his name all of a sudden. He goes back over to James.
Would have been 3 hits during combat, so just 3.
I'm actually not sure why I adjusted my anger there. I don't remember raising it for any reason. Oh, I think we were talking about using the mastery. That's right. We were using the mastery with the raise or lower a player's anger aspect of it. So James, of course, is going about his turn. Looks like he's got plenty of stuff.
We're gonna get to it. We're gonna go in.
Oh, he should probably. Okay, he's going to go ahead and declare combat. No one entering effects for anybody. James, of course, should be powering himself up to full. Oh, no, he's going to go ahead and open up the energy deck. Orange Fierce Attack. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no. This can't be happening.
4 life, 1 stage, no endurance.
Jeez. Oh, I get to take 1 off of it. Gee, that's brutal.
Yeah, -1.
Take 1 off. I forgot about
Oh, yeah, James was going to throw Fierce Attack, and with all the stuff, it should have critted me automatically, but it's not gonna. I -1 power stage, lower my anger 1 level. And then, of course, I'm sorry, lower it to 0, gosh. So it does a small amount of power stage damage because of Goten, and then it's going to go ahead, and I'm going to just go ahead and take this one. No endurance, but with my -1 life card, it actually keeps me from being critted pretty much regardless. Goes back over to me. I get an opportunity to respond. Okay, I'm going to fire off the promo Quick Blast. That's the one the tiny energy attack cost me a little bit of power stage to shoot it.
Where do you want to be? For life or stages?
I guess for life.
Okay, so I do get to choose the damage output from this one. James is not going to be able to stop it, so he's going to have to take either 4 life cards or 4 power stages.
And you said how much? What was it going to be?
Before life.
Okay, we have 4 life cards coming through. And let's see what James does in response, see if he's going to stop it, if he's going to wing it. James is going to have to play this one really tight in order to get back out of this and have any hope of being able to recover. And he does take all the damage, and he runs into significant endurance, banishes 2 cards, absorbs all the damage. Yeah, he's got a chance to respond. Let's see what he's going to go ahead and do.
Oh, I forgot to raise my hand.
Yeah, remember, he's not raising his anger from this one. Captivity Drill, of course, on hit gives you that stage gain and anger raise, which he was not taking into account. He still can't raise his anger, of course, but he still can throw his Captivity Drill. I'm sorry, gain the stages from the hit. Okay, it's going to go, let's see what's going on here. Jim's still pondering exactly how to finish this.
It makes me so pissed that you're getting -1. I forgot about that.
So he does go ahead and pull off an energy attack. It looks like Right Burst.
4 life, 1 stage.
Yeah, my cards unfortunately are too valuable in my hand. I don't dare discard them for the mastery, ditch them for the effect.
Hit.
Okay, he hits. He gets to go ahead and rejuvenate a drill.
Gain 3 stages.
He gains stages from the hit.
No anger.
I'll go ahead and
The shit out of you, I guess.
I guess I'll throw an overpowering.
Okay, so I do hurl a tiny overpowering attack at him. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all.
So I'll bring out Bulma.
Okay.
Go ahead and grab time.
Okay, so good old Bulma comes out and grabs time. Like we said, I just lose a lot of combats when time comes out, so there's part of me that just does not want it to come back in.
It's 5, right?
That'll be 6.
Yeah, it's 6 life cards altogether, and he does stop it with Orange Juke. And I believe he has... Oh, he does, and he gets out...
It's banished after you.
He gets out that particular drill. All of a sudden, I forget the name of it. I'm sorry to say I mix it up, actually, with a bunch of other ones. But he's going to go ahead and pull it out, and it does blow up all the allies. Oh, no, just one of my allies. So my physical block is gone from her power.
I think I did this turn. Did I use Goten yet? I think I did.
I want to say
Oh, no, I did, because I wanted you to try to use it. Okay. That's right.
And then is it over to me?
Yeah.
Okay, I get an action.
And Goku power?
Okay, Goku power. And I grabbed Kaioken, which is a real choice card for such a place. And I'm checking my top and bottoms again just to make sure I know what I have. And of course, targets are blue decap.
Banish this card from
Okay, James passes again. I do get to activate decap. And I actually don't need to move the copied card. I just go ahead and resolve its effect. So I lower his anger 1 level and then just hit him with 1 life card damage and blow up the top 6 life cards of his deck. Amazing. Death blows, guys. You're watching him get blasted in half.
Yes. I did.
Okay, James passes again, and guess what? I'm going to do it a second time. Blue slash, 1 for the destruction, and then, of course, another 6 life cards destroyed. Not the same as being taking damage. Can't use your endurance on it. Okay, I use Goku's KO can. Let's see what ends up on the top. And what is it? Another quick blast? Another quick blast. So I do get to go ahead and jump up from level 2 to level 3. Or to level 4, apparently, because I can't tell them apart.
Oh, it's okay. Because you're just going to jump up to level 4, so it doesn't matter.
Well, I can't I?
Yeah, so go ahead.
Okay, now James remembers here very rightly that if I so wished, I could throw Goku's level 3 power, grab KO can, use it a second time, jump up a level.
4 or 5 times.
Oh, well, James is remembering how he could have ran for level 4 as fast as he possibly could and got me at this point. There's really no reason I could hold him back that long.
Yeah, you could easily get around this one. What was I going to say? So I will Goku power or add KO.
Okay, James passes again. I am in F, and I'm throwing his level 4 AT plus 4 life card physical.
1.6 on your right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So you're in D?
Yep, so 3.
So I'm going to go ahead and hit him very hard.
So 7
life cards.
He takes 7 life cards of damage, which is pretty substantial. He runs into, looks like a small amount of endurance. Very small, lots of 1s. I do crit him again.
Can you tell I didn't build this deck?
I can tell that you didn't.
James is noticing this deck is too good to be one of mine.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so I KO can in response, blow up the top 3 cards. Oh, by the way, if you see any Goku searches, they're proxies for Unleashed. It was just something we did. Okay, so I'm level 4 now.
Well, no, I knew about it. I really don't.
And you remember, of course, with this particular one.
Really, what I'm mad about is the fact that I can't get rid of Wall Breaker because you just reduce everything that I try to do. So, there's nothing in my deck.
It is kind of a tough spot to come back from. I'm already level 4. I can just yank from any zone here. Okay, I'm
I would have to get Aura Drill.
going to throw a
Kind of do that.
Goku power and when search my life card. I want to say I stole a blue head knock? No, a blue decap. And then, of course, James passed again because he's more or less out of actions. He goes back over to me. And
So it'll be 3 life cards as a base.
okay, it throws, it's 3 life cards, the plus the destroy 6, whereas anger is 3. And there it is, destroyed, no endurance. It's not how this is going to work. So James has suffered some mortal wounds from 3 sword slashes, a little bit of blue decap, managed to make that really bad. Okay, and that the combat actually ends, and you know what, guys? We were in it so long, I genuinely forgot we were,
-4.
that I did not initiate it.
Okay.
Okay, it goes back over to me, and I get a hand I'm actually not comfortable going in on. I don't think I need the Unleashed, in all honesty. I probably am going to hold on to it.
I kind of did something. I'm going by extreme luck and coincidence.
Okay, I remember for once to remember Bulma's power-up on her power stages.
It didn't help when I drew all 3 Solar Slams either. Solar Slams don't help me against them.
Okay, I'm still debating apparently what to do. I don't think it's much of a choice at this point. I'm going to pass Rejuvenate Unleashed, which is the correct choice. And I end my turn. Let's see, what has James got over here?
Sure, let's end my misery.
Okay, and against his doctor's orders, James enters combat, and it goes over to me. I draw mine in response.
In my misery, I mean, get rid of Bulma.
So Bulma, unfortunately, is banished from the effect. I get to go ahead and immediately place Times of Words Drill back into his atop his discard pile.
Oh, hey, look, if I can rejuvenate.
She's been banished.
2?
And I end up taking a whole 2 life cards because of the -2 on my level 4. And then you guys are not going to like where this is going. It's going to be even in poor taste. Hard to look at.
Let's see. You're not going to believe what just
Okay, so you guys remember Clash? If your opponent banished an ally in their last action, then this attack gets boosted and it does unpreventable damage. 10 life cards, no prevention, guys. I got him. You might call this one luck and coincidence, and I might too. So that's why there's a rematch. Stay tuned for Macho Man to play me out.